In May 2025, the Warsaw Freedom Institute invited top-ranking generals, politicians of various options, experts, journalists, and diplomats on both sides of the Atlantic to discuss Polish-American relations. Our partnership has many faces. Perhaps one of the strongest associations is the common struggle for freedom and democratic values.
Our bonds were even rooted in the founding of our great nation, when General Kazimierz Pulaski, after fighting for Poland's independence, came to America and fought alongside the Continental Army. A Polish Army officer committed to pursuing the same freedoms for both nations, who ultimately gave his life for the American cause. Forged in the American Revolution, these close military ties remain today.
Poland is now home to the first permanent U.S. Army garrison in history east of the Oder River. With over 10,000 American troops rotating through, missile defense sites like Ajos Ashore and Redzikowo, and joint logistics hubs across the country, the U.S.-Poland military alliance is no longer symbolic. It is operational, strategic, and growing.
American officers say to me, you Poles always expect something to go wrong. I smiled and replied, that's not pessimism, it's planning. Because for us, threat perception isn't paranoia. It is the product of over 1,000 years of history, 200 years of partitions, and just enough victories to keep us hopeful.
Poland now spends more on defense as a share of GDP than any other NATO country, rising from 2.7% in 2022 to 4.2% in 2024, with expectations to reach 4.7% in 2025. This shows a clear commitment to mutual defense and burden sharing.
Well, I think that Poland is a great example. They're leading by example. The money that they've invested in their defense, more than any other country as far as a percentage of GDP. The fact that they've been such a loyal friend to Ukraine and taking in refugees and supporting the military efforts.
It's encouraging to see Poland step up and answer President Trump and Secretary Rubio's call for NATO countries to increase their defense spending to 5% of GDP. The world is becoming increasingly dangerous, as you know, and I applaud Poland's efforts to lead the way so others will follow.
Poland is a serious European power. They were right about Russia, and they are right about defense. Poland is building up its military and is way ahead of Germany in doing so.
Rising arms spending is made possible by Poland's booming economy. This year, Poland will become the 20th largest economy in the world, with a GDP of more than $1 trillion. Over the last 3 decades, Poland has reached the highest growth per capita among all OECD countries.
Poland is a Hollywood story of economic success. There is no better performing economy in Europe and in the world among rich economies over the past 35 years.
So I've got to know Poland and see the transformation of Poland over the last decade. It's really been substantial.
I believe that Poland is at historical moment. We achieved enormous economic growth, becoming one of the most attractive places in the world to invest and to live.
Now, Poland has the biggest military force along the eastern flank of NATO and one of the biggest in Europe. But we well know it's not just about weapons. Prosperity and security go hand in hand.
Both nations have a sense that without economic success, without entrepreneurship, without investment and growing the economy, even the greatest visions are just hallucinations. So both nations believe that. Since the early 1990s, the kind of rebuilding of the post-communist ruin into this very thriving economy, and the same kind of commitment to hard work, I think that's there.
We face a lot of challenges, yet if there are two nations proud of their resolve, strength, and endurance to achieve their goals despite difficulties, it's Poles and Americans.
I think we have so much more to offer than potentially 10 years and almost certainly more than 20 years ago. There is a set of new Polish companies that are highly capable and can offer products and services to international markets, but also to US markets, which are of interest.
US companies aren't just expanding in Poland. They're building long-term capacity in cybersecurity, clean energy, logistics, and advanced manufacturing.
So Poland made the decision to diversify away from Russian gas well in advance of the invasion in 2022. And I think that sets Poland up for to take advantage of those opportunities with the infrastructure and the contracts and the volumes. So as we look at Poland's role in Europe, I think moves by Polish energy and gas companies to expand their portfolios and to really develop kind of trading capabilities to become more regional players represents an opportunity too, I think, for U.S. firms to become more active in Poland, both to help Polish companies achieve more regional ambitions, but to also benefit too, kind of from that expansion.
Transatlantic defense industrial cooperation is very strong with Poland and the U.S. I see it as a pillar of potential growth, future growth in the defense sector in Europe.
In the decades ahead, America won't need just allies. It will need anchors. On NATO's front line, Poland already is one. Poland, a partner in freedom, then and now. Read more about Warsaw Freedom Institute, the first independent Polish think tank in the United States.